What's going on, guys, and welcome to Formula 7 Racing. We are live. Let me just make sure that the audio is okay, guys. Turn that off a little bit. Let me know if the audio is okay. So we are back. Bear with me. It is, honestly, I cannot explain to you how difficult it is to get in from work, do Formula 2, and then go straight back into Formula 1. Honestly, it's so difficult. Just bear with me, I'm just going to do a quick sound check. So can you guys hear me? Yeah, sweet. I'd like to mention on laps Liam didn't. Yeah, as the driver behind it's for you to create a gap. He said he left you a 1 second gap, so I don't know. So here we go. Leo Lund, yellow flag waving. So a lot of drivers. We do have 17 drivers on the grid. Right, okay, Harvey, that's fine. So Reese Dye setting the fastest Sector 1 time of anybody. So we are riding on board with the Ferrari driver. Let's see what he can do. Let's see what he can put in the tank. So Reese Dye with 7.5 minutes to go in this sprint race. I'm just making sure I've got everything loaded up. I feel like I'm missing something. Right, okie dokie. The Red Bull is not taking Yaya, it's not taken. Let me just... I can't find it, to be honest, mate. I'm on my account, not the F7 account. Oh, DJ Harvey said no. Why, Harvey? Surely you'd want a driver in. I want a driver on the grid. Every week we can't get a full grid because you don't want 2 drivers. Surely Yaya's a tier 2 driver and he's very good. Like, surely you'd want a tier 2 driver who's very good on the grid. I mean, his bloody goal is doing well. There you go. Go on, yeah, jump in, lad. Leo Lund is on a provisional pole. Bear with me whilst I send him an invite. No, I get he's trying to save money, but you've also got to earn money as well. And they're fighting for a constructors, which is like 50 million difference between 8 and 7. And I think, yeah, he's a good driver. Bear with me, guys. Bear with me, bear with me. I'm on my Tane account, so I don't think everybody's muted, so they're going to be able to hear me, which is a little bit annoying for them, so I do apologise. Oh, God. Here we go. What a nightmare this was. So Leo Lund coming down towards the line around turn 17. To fix that from going to sense. To fix what? To fix what? So 5 minutes to go here in qualifying. It is CJ in the Ferrari. Wow, that's brave. So CJ in the Ferrari, then Epic OJ, Sam the Man, Deadly. You've got Jays on a lap. Drivers who you... Oh, thank you. Ah, cheers, Bjorn. Is it audio settings? Let me take that off a minute. They have push to talk, turn that on. Right, brilliant. Cheers, mate. Mute by default on here. So, here we go. So, Jays is on a lap on their mediums. Thank you, Bjorn. I appreciate that. Hey, Dave, is the Aston Racing Bulls taken? No, they're not. Giant stick. Yeah, Aston and Racing Bulls. I think Racing Bulls were looking for a reserve, but you'll have to jump in quickly. I have to jump on the other account to invite you. 2 seconds. Oh, God. That is right, guys. I need to commentate. I'm running around like a bit of an idiot. Oh God! Right. So Wobbly Lizard in the Alpine is reserving tonight. You've got Yaye in the Red Bull. You've got Ginaudi back on track in the Haas. Let's see what Yaye can do. He's on an outlap. Then you've got Casper, the championship contender, the constructors contenders, coming through the S's. So into the stadium. Oh, I forgot I did the billboards. Yeah, I've not even seen them yet because I did them just before the race. And Yaya is going to go again. So he's getting ready to go racing. So around turn 17 and down the pit straight we go with Casper. I didn't update any of the Fanatec or F125 billboards though. So the McLaren driver, there's a lot of traffic coming out. Remember, this is only sprint qualifying. Yellow flag is waving. So down in towards turn 1, then through turn 2 and 3. Then that DRS will kick back in, and he's going to get a huge tow from his teammates. So the McLaren's already working together here in Mexico. So down in towards turn 4, it is purple sector 1. For Casper. That is how it looks at the moment. In towards the hairpin at turn 6. This is very good. And look at this. You've got Casper. And look at his times. He is massively up. Remember, Leo Lund is currently on provisional pole position. as we head down in towards turn 12 and 13, 14 and 15, and then in towards turn 16 and 17. The double right-hander, just over a minute to go here in qualifying. To the checkered flag we go. Casper takes provisional pole with 1 minute remaining. Leo Lund is back out in that Racing Bull. Then you've got Reese in the Ferrari, who's a second behind the McLaren. He's on an outlap. So is CJ. No, CJ's improving. He's got a Haas in front of him who's going to have to slow down to create a gap. Oh, and he's put him off. Oh, no. That's a real shame. And the Ferrari of CJ, who was finding improvement, the Haas moved on to the line there where he was trying to take a real shame. Unfortunate, it's one of them things. And CJ will not find the improvement now, but he is going to give a massive slipstream to his Ferrari teammate. Look at this as he moves out of the way. And Reese will get a head start on his lap. And Epic OJ's gone up to P4 in a race in an Alpine. Leo Lund is going to start his lap. Reese in the Scuderia Ferrari. We'll keep an eye on his lap time, see where he is. And he is 2.5 temps up on Casper. Reese is flying in towards turn 6 for the Ferrari driver. This is what we were waiting for. Can Reese turn this into success in this sprint race? B Right cannot improve. He's up to P3 at 1:14.900. Epic OJ just behind him. Then you've got Fanfitness into P5. Restart is on a lap. Then you've got the McLaren of Casper into the pit lane. No, he doesn't. He reaches the line, and that is... I don't even know if that was an improvement. Here comes Reese through the double right-hander to secure his lap. Where's it going to put him? Reese to the line. Takes P2. Leo Lund is also improving. Here in Mexico, a lot of the drivers coming down. Ace Clara, Ace Drift, Sam the Man, Kylan, the Racing Bull of a giant stick. Leo Lund will be one of the final runners though. Where is he going to put it? He puts it up to P2 and in front of Reese, but behind Casper. Then the Aston Martin of Ace Clara. He's not going to improve. Ace Drift in that Mercedes down in P13. Yaye in P12. And that is qualifying done here in Mexico. Is there any new drivers on the grid here tonight? No, there isn't. It's this session. Oh, honestly, it's been a really stressful night, but I do enjoy it. I love the racing, realistic. I have been up since 4 AM. I did drive to Liverpool for my new job this morning. So I've been up since 4 AM and I am absolutely shattered though. And then 3 hours of commentary to sort it out. So Casper takes pole position. It is Leo Lund that makes it an all Sweden 1-2. Let me just put these stats in. Sorry guys, I need to make sure that I get these stats in. So it is Casper to Leo Lund to Reese in the Ferrari to B Right in the McLaren. Then you've got Jeffy Boy, Epic OJ, Fan for the CJ, Sam the Man, Deadly Jays. Then you've got Yaye. Then you've got Ace Drift, Ace Clara and Wobbly Lizard. Then you've got the Haas of Ginaudi. And then Kylan, a giant stick, and the Sauber. I don't know who was in the Sauber actually. I'll have a look in a second. Yeah, it's, honestly, mate. Zetu, thank you, Bjorn. Zetu. Just so I can put all the data in. You know we're going to be running Racing League tools with all the data for Assetto Corsa on Friday. I cannot wait. Because it's the first time that we're going to use such data with Assetto Corsa, and I'm hoping it just gives us so many good renders. I'm having to put all the driver information. I've created new render pictures and render images for F1 and Assetto Corsa. I've added the new tracks and all the data for the tracks, the length of it, the turns, where it was born, where it originated, the first race, the year it was made, everything. So I've been doing all that behind the scenes, ready for Assetto Corsa, to collect the data instead of using SimGrid, so that we can. And then Ryan Clemenson has been doing a lot of spreadsheets and stats and results for LMU on Google Sheets and stuff, so it's just been a hectic. And then obviously I end up getting the job that I went for, and I started on Monday, so I'm having to drive to Liverpool every morning, so it's just busy man. And then we've got loads of these races, end of the season's coming, trophies are going to be sent. But we wouldn't have it any other way, would we, in this F7 community? It's an amazing community of drivers. So, Casper will lead the line here in Mexico. So I haven't, sorry, it's annoying when I'm trying to flick the mouse. Bear with me, I'm going to see if on my Google Drive in the Formula 7 folder, I have all the tracks for the images. So like if we've got Mexico, if I just download this, so I'm just downloading that, and then if I go to Streamlabs and add it, track layout, change it to Mexico, there we go, and then cancel that. Was that right? Did I add it? There we go. And then look at this, guys. So we are live here in Mexico. There's your start finish line. 17 corners, 2.674 miles, 3 DRS detection zones, and that back-to-back DRS down towards turn 4. A beautiful circuit here in Mexico City. How good was that? How good was that? Right, here we go. Here we go. So we line up here on the track. Leo Lund, the championship leader in P2 in the Racing Bull. The good thing about Leo Lund is he's going to have the inside line all the way down towards turn 1. So we are going to go racing for the 15th time here in Realistic for Formula 7 Racing, powered by Sim Racing Setups. And it's lights out, and away we go. Leo Lund got an absolutely unbelievable start. He is already into the lead, but the McLaren will have the straight line as we go back down towards turn 1. Reese Dye is there. B-Right is up the inside of the Ferrari. He's going to go later on the brakes. The Scuderia and the Papaya. Casper is now behind Leo Lund. B-Right will take the inside line. Reese is off the track. He runs wide. And B-Right is now back behind Reese. He might have got an illegal overtake. I think he has, yeah, he's letting B-Right back through. He got an illegal overtake. Now here comes the Mercedes and the Red Bull of Jeffy Boy. That is Epic OJ and the Alpine being swallowed up as they all go down in towards turn 5 and 6. And Fanfinus is in front of Epic OJ. Reese is back in front of B-Right. What has happened? It looked like he let him back through, and it's a bit of chaos at the start of this race. But what do we love about chaos? So, Casper, 6 tenths behind Leo Lund. That is a giant stake. Ace Claret losing a couple of places. Ginaudi and Zetsu are behind. Reese has lost the DRS. Ace Claret is back through on Kylan, who is going to go wheel to wheel through the stadium section. Leo Lund with the fastest lap. I want to look at the reaction times. Let me have a look at these reaction times of Leo Lund and... Oh my God, Casper, 5.13 from Leo Lund. That was tremendous. Here comes Fanfinus in the Mercedes. That DRS will now kick in. A giant stick through on Jays. That's a good overtake. And Ace Claret and Kylan are still going at it. Fanfurness is getting closer to Jeffy Boy. And Kylan once again coming back, and Ace Clarity goes later on the brakes, but now Kylan is going to have the inside, but he doesn't get it done. And Casper has lost DRS to Leo Lund. This is incredible. Leo is just finding the rhythm, finding the flow here in the sprint race. And to shake off a McLaren from DRS is incredible stuff. CJ's in P9 in that Ferrari. He needs to put on a good performance today, especially given the opportunity that he's been put in and that seat he's been picked to fill. And then you've got Yaya in the Red Bull, who's doing a great job. Oh, and as I say that, he might have just got damage. And he's not showing his data, so we don't know. But Fanfurness in the Mercedes is going to make a move on Jeffy Boy. And the reigning world champion is through and up to P5. But then you've got B right on Reese. We can have a look and see if they're going to be able to get this overtake as we come out of turn 3 and down towards turn 4. That DRS will kick in. That Ferrari, a bit of a sitting duck, and he is not going to be close enough to get that move done, but he is getting ever so closer. I did almost curse him. I did almost. Commentators curse there. Jays and Giant Stick, the two American drivers. No, Jays is Canadian, sorry. I always forget that. Casper is back in towards Leo Lund. This is very close between the two Swedish drivers. I'm very interested to see what Casper does here, because he could potentially go for the championship himself. But we've seen him be right past in, was it Kota last week or Texas? I can't remember. That is Casper that is now into the lead of this Grand Prix after 4 laps. Oh, Casper's on the hards. Wow, Jays is through on a Giant Stick, and now here comes Ace Claret as well. And the Aston Martin will pick up the pieces. Ace Claret is through. Wobbly Lizard on Ace Drift. And the leaders of Leo Lund and Casper and Reese and B Right all locked in that DRS train. And you can see the lap times from these drivers. But Casper's 6/10 clear. And we can see the tyre choices. Only Leo, Yaya, Wobbly, Ace Drift, Ace Claret, Giant Stick and Zetu chose to go for the mediums. Everybody else on the hards. Deadly picking up a 3-second time penalty. Through the stadium section, Casper leads here in this sprint race. This is good racing. What about Epic OJ? Is he going to get DRS on Jeffy? He is. He's only 5 seconds off the leader. So down the straight, and the Red Bull doesn't have DRS. Here comes Epic OJ in the Alpine. Realistic performance as well. And he is through. Epic OJ is up to P6. That is a good overtake. What about Reese in the Ferrari? Can he make anything happen from this position? I don't think he can, as we go in towards turn 4 and 5, but they are catching up to the leader. And Casper has raced from the start, hasn't he? Yeah, because he was a reserve for the first 3 races. CJ picking up a track limit penalty. There's 3 things guaranteed in life. I'm only joking. Not today, CJ, don't worry. Down in towards turn 12. That is very close now. Fanfurness 2 seconds behind. It's still good racing. I'm wondering if Leo's tyres will start to fall off. So Reese in that Ferrari is getting closer. Look how close he is now, and he's on the hard compounds. So the medium compounds are on roughly 38 to 41%, whereas in the hards are on 20 to 22%. So it's a big difference. These mediums are going to be dead by the end of this race, and I don't think this is a good strategy. However, does this mean that Leo, Yaye, Wobbly Lizard all have an extra set of hard tyres in the race? Remember, minor points in the sprint, main points in the feature. From the man, Deadly on CJ, and Deadly is through, on Yaye. And the Williams driver is up to P10. He has been an awesome driver this season in that Williams. He's got massive amounts of points for the team. They are sitting comfortably in the Constructors. I think if I'm able to get the Constructors up, I can't remember. No, that's last week. I've not updated that. There we have it. Williams doing really well, 5th in the Constructors, but I haven't updated that either. And there goes Epic OJ on Fanfiners, and here comes the Red Bull of Sam the Man and Jeffy. And it's a freeway battle. You've got the Ferrari of CJ wanting to get involved, and he's going to go for the double overtake. Here comes the Dutchman. Sorry, not the Dutchman. I was thinking of cars. It's CJ. The Ferrari and the Red Bull, an iconic duo. In towards the hairpin at turn 6. Not a thing to separate them. Leo Lunders fell out of DRS range of Casper. That is interesting. Through the S's, the Red Bull stays ahead of CJ, but they have lost DRS to the Williams of Sam the Man in front. So 5 laps remaining in this sprint race. And that is B. Wright in the McLaren, chasing down Leo Lund, who has been overtaken by Reese. But now Leo Lund has the DRS. He's going to go around the outside. They do touch. Continuing on from last week, where in Kota it got very spicy. He didn't get a good exit here, Leo Lund. And B. Wright is going to go on the offensive. He will go to the outside line, and Leo Lund will slot in behind him. He doesn't want to kill his tyres anymore. He doesn't want to end up losing the position to Fanfinus as well. He's got to think smartly about this, Leo. He's got to think tactically. Let them go. Stay within DRS. Otherwise, I'm going to burn my tyres up with 4 laps still to go. It's clever racing. And then he leaves B. Wright and Reese to squabble for the P2 position. He's only going to lose a point or 2 on B. Wright and Reese. And look at Fanfinus, he's already starting to catch up. If you look at the last laps, he's been faster on lap 5, lap 6 and lap 7 has Fanfinus. So B. Wright is going to get DRS. I do wonder what the situation is if we do get a McLaren 1-2. So DRS is enabled. And he's not going to be able to get the move done just yet. So B. Wright, once again, with that rear wing wide open, CJ in the Ferrari. Then you've got Wobbly Lizard in the Alpine being overtaken by Kylan. Are they going to start to catch up to Casper? Leo Lunders fell out of DRS range of B. Wright and Reese. Them mediums are falling off rapidly. They really are. And the mediums are on roughly 61%. That is why he wasn't fighting. I tell you what, they're going to struggle to get to the end of this race. But is it all going to be worth it when they go into the race? That is the question. Fanfinus, the world champion, is starting to catch up. Fanfre's nearly within DRS range. And we've got lap 10, lap 11 and lap 12 to go. This is going to be really hard for Leo. But here comes B. Wright in the McLaren. He's got the slipstream. And B. Wright will move up to P2. And you can see Casper in the distance. And I tell you what, he might just slow down here. He might just slow down, let B. Wright use the DRS and get in front. This is incredible. He is slowing down. Casper is going to give his teammate DRS in the remaining laps. What teamwork from the McLarens. Casper has let his teammate go. This is unbelievable. Reese is fighting against the two papayas. Papaya rules here in Mexico City. And through the S's we go. And Casper deliberately slowing Reese down, but very cleverly, to the point where it's not dangerous. It's just great defensive racing. Wow. And Casper is going to try and stick with the DRS range, I think, as he goes through the S's. And they are both going to lose DRS. And he is saving up a lot of battery here, Casper. He gets a good exit. This is such clever racing. It really is. But Reese is going to get that DRS. Is he going to get close enough, though? Casper is absolutely empty in the tank. This is... Wow, they've made it. They've done it. Leo Lund has been overtaken by Fanfre's, but he could still hold on to P5 here. So, we are on the penultimate lap of this sprint race. Them mediums are absolutely dead. If you look at Wobbly Lizard, and we look at his tyres, 79% on that back left. The mediums just do not last around here. And I think that Casper, if you look at the battery of them both, he's actually got more battery, Casper. And so I don't think it's going to be a threat from Reese here. But it is an extra 2 points for B. Wright. I mean, you could only dream of having a teammate like Casper. You really could. That is a penalty for Reese. But he's 3.5 in front of Fanfre's. Wow. Fanfre's might be able to pinch a podium in the sprint. He needs to get a move on. He needs to get a move on and he might be able to pinch a podium. Ace Clark picking up a 3-second time penalty. I'm wondering now if Casper slows Reese down even further to try and get Fanfre's into this, so that Fanfre's takes an extra point off Reese. I do wonder. So Casper and B. Wright. B. Wright 1, Casper 2. Fanfre's 4 seconds behind Reese. Reese has a 3-second time penalty. This is incredible stuff here in Mexico. Why do that, Banana? I know I just thought he might have tried to take another point off Reese by sort of slowing him down through the middle. You just never know. And then obviously put put Fanfre's within 3 seconds of Reese and you take another point off him, don't you? That's what I thought they might have tried to do. But they aren't. And he's going to come through. The fireworks erupt as he drifts through the stadium section. And B. Wright is going to come through. And he's going to win the sprint race here in Mexico. Casper takes P2 and Reese takes P3. Good racing that all around. Fanfre's will take P4 and Leo Lund P5. Wow. That was close. That was very lucky. Is that not cheating? What, Harvey? Slowing a driver down? No, I don't think so. And we've always said as long as it's safe and clean and not dangerous and you're not slowing them down deliberately by 10 seconds a lap and practically stopping on track, of course you can slow a driver down. But no, you can't just start going 10 mile an hour through corners and stuff like that. It's a very grey area. If you cause a collision whilst trying to do something like that or anything like that, you are in the stewards room. Yeah, Mirko did it a lot last season. A lot. In fact, Mirko, didn't you do it in Abu Dhabi? I'm sure you did it in Abu Dhabi. Yeah. CJ got a P9 with wing damage. But a good sprint race. .98% tyre wear. So there we have it. The results for the sprint. It is B right. I need to write this down. Sorry, guys. B right. To Casper. To Reese. To Fanfinus. To Leo Lund. Epic OJ. Jeffy Boy. Sam the Man. CJ Deadly. Yaye. Yaye P11. Good race. Jays. Ginaudi. Who was in the Alpine? Ginaudi got a good finish there. So remember, we do have now rain, so we're not going to get all that DRS, which is a real shame. Bear with me, guys, just going to have to grab a drink. So on board with the drivers, Zetu in the Sauber, Lund in the Racing Bull. Any driver, I think it might be Deadly. It is Deadly. Wondering what Deadly can do in the Williams. It's raining throughout quali and the race here, mate. Billboards look nice there. So Deadly a 127.3. So, you know what? Realistic has had so many wet races recently, and the problem is it sort of adds about 10 minutes onto the race. So it's definitely a long night when it's raining, but we've had so many wet races. Oh, and that is Ace Claret just running wide there. Yaya in the Red Bull starts his lap. You just see them billboards in the distance there. Ferrari CJ coming through. You want to get a picture of them. I need them for the overlays for the YouTube thumbnails. Some of the drivers on intermediate, some of them on wets, but it is Deadly that is on top at the moment. Oh wait, why did the drivers use medium compound tyres in the race, in the sprint race, if the feature race was wet? I thought they were saving the tyres for the feature, but it's wet, so we can't save the tyres. I'm going to have to upgrade the PC, you know, we need better graphics, or better resolution. Epic OJ has gone fastest in the Alpine, and he is nearly 2 tenths in front of Deadly. And Yaya up to P3 in the Red Bull. A nice lap from him. Speed trap, a giant stick. Fanfness takes the fastest lap with 10.5 minutes to go here in qualifying. Maybe, Harvey, maybe. So remember, we do have Reese coming through out of turn 17 and down to the line. Oh no, he's on another outlap. And B Right is also on the wet compound tyres. Wow, so some drivers going intermediates, some going full wets. B Right is going to get another outlap as well. Sam the man. Williams. Jeffy Boy in the Red Bull. He's been doing really well, Jeffy Boy. He managed to keep his seat with Red Bull when DJ Harvey came in, and I think he's done pretty well. He's been consistent, he's showed up to every race, he's just tried to get points and never DNF. He rarely DNFs, Jeffy. And that's what you want in a driver, especially for realistic where it costs you budget and stuff like that. You want a driver that doesn't DNF. So, the Ferrari of Reese on their full wets coming through the S's. Oh, and he's run wide. Oh, and he's kept it. Wow. Famfness has gone fastest again. James is quickest through sector 1. And Jeffy Boy is up to P2, so the track is definitely getting quicker. Now the question is, what can Reese and Be Right do? Both on the wets, coming to the line. And Reese will go P12, so he did make a big mistake there. Be Right through the stadium section, and the rain seems to be catching them out a little bit. I'm surprised, yeah, to see them on wets. Yeah, they're going back in to get them intermediates and to come out cooking. Island in the Sauber. Saves the Famfness. Bjorn, who do I need to change? That driver, Liam, what car does he need to be in? Is it VAR? So Deadly, fastest through sector 1. Let's see how he does this. 3, 2, 9 and 10. Famfness again, a 125.2. He's just banging lap after lap. Yeah, Harvey, you're probably right. So, Deadly up to P2. Jeffy in P3. Jesus. So we have just under 5 minutes to go. Here it is Casper that is on at provisional pole. You've got B Right who's going for a lap now, who's gone fastest in sector 2. I think it's just going to be the last of the late runners to see who can get the driest track and the driest line. to try and get on that top spot. It is Casper to Fanf to Epic OJ to Deadly to Jays to Jeffy. That is B Right at 124.6. I'm on board with the wrong driver. I thought I was on board with B Right. I do apologise. So at 124.6, he's half a second up, but there is 4 minutes still to go. Yeah, Harvey Rebel have made amazing progress this season. They have. So you can see the gaps between the drivers. What about Deadly in the Williams? Is he going to give a toe to his teammate? He's not. I think he was wondering if the driver was on a lap. And that is Ginaudi that's just come through in the house to go up to P11. That is a good lap from him. Leo is in P13 and still in the pit lane. Wobbly Lizard, yellow flag waving. A giant stick. Then you've got Zetu. Reese in the Ferrari is back out. So CJ in the Ferrari has gone fastest through sector 1. Let's keep our eyes peeled on CJ. He doesn't share his data, so we can't see that. Oh, and that's a huge snap. He was doing so well. He's got the pace, CJ. You remember he was a tier 1 driver. So he's definitely got the pace. I've always enjoyed CJ. We've watched him grow up here in F7. He's that coming of age from just a young lad to competing all the way through, and you know, he can be a good driver, CJ. He can be a good kid as well at times. So to the line, and CJ will go up to P2 even with that mistake. It just goes to show how much the track has started to elevate. The yellow flag is waving, so the drivers are getting ready for their final runs, and Reese is going to do another outlap, so they're going to try and go as late as possible. Epic OJ on the pit exit, so we'll try and find who's the leaders of this track, and Yaye is going to go for another outlap as well. This is really interesting. Everybody wants to be the final runner, everybody. And you've got Kylan, you've got the Mercedes. Is that Fanfness? It is not Fanfness, is it Ace Drift? So Ace Drift might be on a lap here. Yeah, he is. So interesting stuff going on here in Mexico. I think, is Ginaudi on a lap? He isn't, but his teammate of Jay's just might be. No, he's on an outlap. They're all trying to go as late as possible. This is crazy. Anybody can take pole position here, and that is B Right that is letting the drivers through. No, it's Casper, sorry. Casper is letting the drivers through. 50 seconds remaining, and everybody wants to be the final runner. The two Ferraris are trying to wait, and they're going to let some of the other drivers through. B Right letting a lot of drivers through. I tell you what, this is going to be close. They need to be careful not to miss the line here. This is going to be extremely close. I tell you what, B Right here, he wants to be careful. Jays has gone fastest sector 1. B Right needs to be careful that he's not going to lose the checkered flag here to go for a lap. And there is a couple of drivers that are coming through to complete their laps, and they are going to leave it very close, including Reese in that Ferrari. And I tell you what, B Right is going to miss the line. He's going to miss it. B Right is done. This is massive. Here comes Sam the Man, goes P2. This is unbelievable. Deadly will go fastest at 124.5. The Haas will be next. It is Jays. Jays will be next to the line. If anybody makes a mistake, it is huge to the line. P4 for Jays. Ginaudi next on the list. Oh, and he's into the pit lane. So here comes a giant stick in the Racing Bull. He's got a Mercedes behind him. He's got Casper in the McLaren. Deadly. B-Right is still P2 at the moment. A giant stick will go P11 and Fanfness will go fastest. Here comes the McLaren. Casper goes P2 and then Jeffy Boy goes P5 and behind B-Right. That is massive. He might not lose as many as I think he was expecting. Leo Lund in the Racing Bull. Can he be the master in the wet? And to the line it's P2 for Leo Lund. And then Reese to the line. Reese goes P4. We've still got a lot of drivers coming through. CJ as well. CJ in the Ferrari takes P3. And who else? The Mercedes, I think, of Ace Drift. Ace Drift stays P18. That might be it. Epic OJ up to P9. B-Right has escaped really well here. He's only ended up in P7, but it could have been a whole lot worse for the three-time world champion. So Fanfness has taken pole position here in Mexico. Incredible. The reigning world champion is back, ladies and gentlemen. The reigning world champion, Fanfness, has taken pole here in the feature qualifying race. Then Leo Lund, CJ in P3. Wow. Casper P4, Reese P5. So CJ, wow. Then Deadly, then B-Right in P7. As we said, got away pretty unscathed. Jeffy Boy, Epic OJ, Sam the Man, Jays. Then Yaya in the Red Bull. Then we've got the Haas of Ginaudi in P13. That's a great qualifying for him. Oh, this should be an exciting race. Come on, my Milton Keynes team. So the drivers are getting ready. Ginaudi in P13 is a great qualifying for him. Jay's in P11 as well. It says B-Right did some laps on the softs in qualifying. Is that right? Yeah, nice comeback for Ginaudi. Oh, no. Here we go. This is what it's all about. Take some nice screenshots. I need to create some billboards for that F125 section. Right. Let's go. So all of the drivers getting ready to line up for the feature race. Every single driver on the intermediates. Leo Lund once again starting in P2 and we'll have the inside line going down towards turn 1. Here we go for round 15 here in Mexico City. And it's lights out and away we go. Fanfness did get a good start this time compared to Casper in the sprint race. Leo Lund, here comes CJ in the Ferrari. Casper, Reese Dye as well. The two Scuderias trying to attack already on that McLaren. And there goes Leo Lund around the outside of the Mercedes. They do touch. Fanfness trying to hold on, but Leo Lund is already into the lead of this Grand Prix. Fanfness down to P2. Casper holding off both Ferraris. CJ and Reese. Will CJ let his teammate go? He absolutely does. So teamwork already in that Ferrari garage. And B-Right is being swarmed by that Williams driver of Deadly. And then here comes the Alpine of Epic OJ with a lunge down the inside. And as you can see, they're tangling. That is the Red Bull and the Williams. And the McLaren still being attacked by Epic OJ. But he does finally back out. Leo Lund is in the lead of this Grand Prix as Fanfness will chase him down. Sorry guys, so what a start to this race. So Leo Lund at the end of lap 1 is your race leader. Then Fanfness, Casper, and that is Epic OJ. That is Deadly. Jeffy Boy is through the stadium section. And Deadly made a mistake. Jeffy's up to P8. Everybody's still very close on the grid. And into the slipstream goes Fanfness. You won't have DRS. You'll have to use all of your racing skill here. You'll have to use slipstream. You'll have to use late braking. You'll have to use defensive IQ. You know, such skill comes into racing in the rain. It really does, as he switches left, switches right. They do tangle up a little bit. Onto the apex he goes. Casper is trying to close in. Leo Lund is holding on to this position in the Racing Bull. Fanfness, is he going to go try later on the brakes in towards turn 4? He doesn't. The McLaren does though, and bridges that gap to the Mercedes. And we do have a couple of drivers behind going at it. Red Bull, Williams, Red Bull in P8, 9, 10 and 11. Ace Claret on the back of a giant stick there. And here he comes again. Ace Claret on Ginaudi. Sorry, no, that was Giant Stick trying to come back at him. And the leaders, Fanfness, still closing down. Hello? Sorry, one of the kids was ringing me. Leo Lund is leading to Fanfness. So a lot of good racing in the rain here. So, we are still battling at the front. Yeah, I can see that coming, have it. But it is a good race. B Right doing well in P6, but he has to make progress at some point. But he's got 2 Ferraris in front of him this time instead of 2 McLarens. So will they work together? Who knows? So Fanfre's into the slipstream of Leo Lund. Is this the opportunity that he's been waiting for? Down in towards turn 1. Up the inside goes the Mercedes AMG. Leo Lund will come back in the Racing Bull. And this is great racing. Sends him skating through the puddles. Can he come back? Fanfres is into the lead of this Grand Prix. Leo Lund will use the slipstream to try and come back, but he's onto the grass. Oh, they've touched. Leo Lund is back through and into the lead, but he's gone deep. And now come the McLaren and the Mercedes. Casper is through, he's off the track, and it's drama. Leo Lund is down to P3, but by his own mistakes and losing a few places. Wow, so a little bit of argy-bargy between the drivers. It's just one of them. You went onto the grass, just sort of slipped out, but he's lost 2 positions because of it. So they need to be careful here, the drivers. And I'm sure Reese will get it in the steering to him at some point. He does love it. Fair play to him. He'll do anything to try and get as many points as possible. And that's what you've got to do. I respect it. I respect it. So CJ is behind Reese and B Right is behind CJ, which is good for him. Here comes Jeffy Boy on Deadly, and he's just edging his nose ahead. But look at Jeffy Boy, look at Deadly, he's coming back. He's got more straight line speed than the Red Bull, and so has Sam the Man. So both Williams are going to make it through on the Red Bull. Sam the Man will have to do a bit more work for the position though, as Jeffy Boy goes to turn in. Sam the Man is just squeezing him out, and now here comes the other Red Bull of Yaye. The 2 Red Bulls have collided. Yaye's into the wall. Does he have damage? We can't see, but I'm sure he will. And the 2 Williams are into P8 and P9. Wow. So the racing here. I do wonder if he's got damage. Let me try and look. B Right's got damage and Fanfres has got damage. I didn't see that. How have they got damage? Yeah, look at that. B Right has damage. He's missing an M plate. So not only did he miss the line in qualifying, he's now missing an M plate, and Fanfres has also got slight front wing damage. It's not an M plate, but it is still slight damage. Yo, Alvaro, how are we? Yeah, this is a really good and interesting race. All 19 drivers are still in this, in the rain in Mexico. And I do wonder if CJ is going to help his teammate of Reese out here. Remember, it's very close in the Drivers' Championship between Leo Lund, Reese Dye and B Right, and Casper as well. So I do wonder. So Casper is now a second behind Fanfres. B Right with that missing end plate. That will be killing him. Will he get that changed in the pit lane? Surely he's got to. Sam the Man, the 2 Williams drivers are having a good race. It doesn't say that Yaye's got damage though. I'm just wondering if it's not showing it me though, but usually it does on RLT, even if they're not sharing the data on here, it will usually show me. So, Fanfren setting the fastest lap. He is absolutely flying. Really good race from all involved. And that is Ace Claret, only 4 tenths behind. Wobbly Lizard, can he get the better exit out of turn 17? Here we go, you can see the battery. And Wobbly Lizard does have more battery as well. And will that be a factor? He's going to use the slipstream of the driver in front. And he will move to the outside line. So down towards turn 1. The Aston Martin, the Alpine defends. And Wobbly Lizard able to stay in P16 for now. The two Williams drivers moving through the grid together. Next in their hit list is Epic OJ. So all the drivers closely matched. Ace Claret, the only penalty on the grid so far. Jeffy Boy getting closer to Sam the man. Sure, this is what the drivers were waiting for. There goes Casper on Leo Lund. Leo Lund and Casper battling for P2 and P3. They're now 2.2 seconds away from the reigning world champion that is Fanfitness. And we know how good Fanfitness is in the rain. He's always been phenomenal when it comes and pours. He's starting to find that form. I said it on Sunday and I said it last Wednesday. Fanfitness is finding that championship winning form that he had. And it's great to see. He's been here for so long. He's raced since season 1. He's raced for 6.5 years and still he can bring this to the fight, to any driver. It's so good to see. Be right as well. Second in the Drivers' Championship. Raced there 6.5 years. Both amazing drivers. Fanfitness, the reigning world champion though, doing an excellent job. 2.5 seconds clear. Right, Leo Lund is closing the gap on Casper. He'll use the slipstream to his advantage. And will he burn that battery? We shall see. He is using the battery. He's using the boost. And now he's going to go to the outside line. And Leo Lund is through. He does get the move. And the Racing Bull is in front of the McLaren. And also Deadly trying to make a move on Epic OJ. And the Williams is up to P7. They are on for some decent points again today. I wonder if Jeffy can do anything about it. Reese has caught up to Casper. CJ, be right with that wing damage. I do wonder when the drivers are going to pit. Looking at the tyres, 31% for the rears. Is it going to be a one stop? I'm not sure. Or do you commit to an early stop and go 2? We can have a look at the delta times. So fresh intermediate tyres are only 0.2 quicker than these 9-lap old intermediate tyres according to the tyre delta there. So that is interesting information. Only 0.2 of a lap quicker at the moment. So I don't think we'll see anybody coming into the pit lane yet. Fanfitness is just going quicker and quicker. This is incredible to see. Jeffy, the fastest through sector 1, then Fanfitness in sector 2 and 3. CJ doing a great job, maybe even on for one of the best results of his realistic career. Sam the man in the Williams on the back of Epic OJ. 2 and Epic OJ's fell quite a bit back behind Deadly. Now he makes a little snap. That could have been the opening the American driver was waiting for. But he can't punish the Alpine driver as much as he would like to. The IA in P12. Jays hasn't even picked up a single track limit violation yet. So good driving from the Canadian, same with Wobbly Lizard. So Casper coming through the S's. No, exactly, Bjorn. Yeah, it's good to see CJ doing well. It really is. He's matured a lot, and especially in showing it in this Ferrari this evening. He just needs to keep it clean, stay away from them penalties, because he is a sucker for track limits. He really is, and he lost so many points and positions in the Red Bull with track limits. And if he stayed away, I said that he would be so good if he could stay away from it. So into the pit lane goes B Right, and it is a front wing change for B Right. So it is a long pit stop, and that's why he's had to go for the undercut. So he's had to go for the undercut to try and get that front wing changed. Yeah, Fanf is so good in the rain, he really is. Sam the man, look how close he is to the Alpine. But Epic OJ is so clever the way he races, but he's going to send him ice skating. He tries to. I don't think he got damaged there. But now here comes the Red Bull of Jeffy. And he's going to pick up the scraps into the side of Sam the man. Oh, that's a bit naughty. Sam the man doing well to hold on to it. And Jeffy has to be careful there. The Haas of J's nearly went around. And that is Epic OJ that has lost a few places. It was Epic OJ that slid in the background. And he's down to P10. And he is now starting to struggle in the rain, picking up his second track limit violation. Jeffy up to P7. Fanford is still setting fastest laps. Casper is in. Oh, Epic OJ is left. He's lagged out. Oh, and I think the Ferrari just went into the back of... Reese just got a 10-second time penalty for a collision with Casper. Wow. Luckily, he didn't serve it, because if he'd have served it, we wouldn't have been able to get rid of it. But he might still have to serve it. That is a real shame if that happens. Real shame. I don't like that. Oh, yeah, no. What was I going to do then? I was going to check. So, he's out. He's retired from the session. Epic OJ, wasn't it? So, Yaya in the Red Bull is out. That's a real shame for Harvey. Oh, I've not even got Epic OJ as a friend on here. He will have an invite anyway, I think. So all of the drivers starting to go into the pit lane. B Right 6.5 seconds behind Reese because of that front wing change. Don't worry, Harvey, that's my fault. I'll sort it. Right, let me... because I wanted him on the grid so it would look a bigger grid, so it was sort of my fault. Gennady on Epic OJ. I need to try and get him back in 2 seconds. Yeah, Epic OJ isn't even showing online, you know. I think he's just logged off, you know, and just left. So CJ's in the pit lane, Deadly, and Sam the Man are in the pit lane, so they've double stacked. I wonder if that hindered him. B Right is setting the fastest lap of the race. So now that his front wing has been replaced, he is starting to find rhythm again, but he's come out behind Deadly, but in front of Sam the Man. And I've got a feeling Sam the Man might have been held up in the pit lane. So Epic OJ in P6. He's not losing too much time, but he needs to get back in here. I've got a feeling that he's just left the lobby, you know. City are winning 1-0. This is a massive game for us. Hurry up with this bloody race. Every single time I miss Man City. Every time. Oh. Honestly, I left for work at 4 a.m. this morning now, having to go to Liverpool. Oh, there goes Casper and Reese on Epic OJ to go Liverpool to work, and then I got home, and this is a great battle through the stadium section. Reese and Casper. Casper is just in front. Oh, they do slightly touch, and that was very lucky. And Reese and Casper are going at it again. Remember, Reese just got a time penalty for colliding with Casper going into the pit lane. And here we go, into the slipstream goes the Ferrari driver on the McLaren as we head down in towards turn 1. Reese Dye is going to move into P5. Can the McLaren respond down in towards turn 1? The Papaya will go later on the brakes around the outside. And still nothing to separate them. CJ is going to get involved. Reese, oh, and he pushes him out wide there. Casper has to back out, and now CJ is on top of him. CJ coming with another move. Oh, and they nearly collide again. Casper will have the inside line. CJ will just edge his nose ahead. And who is going to come out of this in front into turn 6 of the hairpin? Reese goes wide and the two Ferraris are blocking the McLaren. Oh, and Reese turns, and that was a little naughty. And now the both Ferraris, this is going to end in tears. It's going to end in tears. Through the S's we go. Casper is now in front of CJ. But did he get damaged from that little late move from Reese? He didn't. But cheeky, very good defensive racing. Was it on the limit though? I'm not sure. But all round, it was very nerve-wracking moments. Absolute cinema. Yeah, he's out. This is very close. We're going to go at it again here. So the McLaren on the Ferrari. And once again, CJ is really going at Casper here. He is not giving him any breathing room. And CJ will demand the inside line. And Deadly, I think Deadly just leaves this, watches it all unfold in front of him. And Casper is very Carlos Sainz-esque here. Yeah, Hasbro's, there's been a few. But very hard racing here, and CJ has definitely slowed Casper down, and now B Wright has caught up. I don't know if this was the right decision by Ferrari, because they're only leaving one person ahead here. Yeah, he's doing a great job, Harry. Really good job. Semenyo. Fanfinis with the fastest lap. I think Fanfinis is probably maybe one of the best drivers in the rain. And that is Ginaudi into the pit lane. Casper has to do something here. He really does. This is such a great race. Is Epic OJ coming back in? I genuinely think he just left. So it's just his AI car. Let me just check what it is. Yeah, it is. So CJ is starting to catch up to Reese, you know, but Casper is not. And I do wonder where Leo Lund's going to come out in all of this when he does pit. And I think all the drivers are on for a two-stopper. Reese is going to end up having to serve a 10-second time penalty in the pit lane if he does go for that two-stopper, which is a real shame. A real shame. Well, what a Grand Prix. Be right on Deadly now. Through the stadium section we go. And I'm sure he'll be looking for a quick way through this. He won't want to mess about. You can have a look at the tyre compounds of the drivers. You look at Casper, CJ and Reese. That's where they're all at. CJ did pit a lap later, so his tyres are going to be a little bit better for the strategy that they're on. Bear with me, guys. I'll just see if he's online. Epicology, send him an invite just in case. If he's not online, then I'll leave him because I'm assuming he's just left. Yeah, he's just left. So unfortunately, that'll be a DNF for Alpine and a fine, and maybe a penalty for leaving your car in AI for the race. So be right, 2 tenths behind, and there goes Fanfurness now. He's caught up to Jeffy Boy, and he's on fresh tyres. Get rid of that message. Oh, he's got front wing damage. Oh, how has that happened to Fanfurness? And Reese is on them, and Jeffy Boy's on really old intermediate tyres here, so he's going to go for the one stop. He's going to go 18 and 18. Fanfurness is through, but he's got wing damage. Oh, he's had that since the start, didn't he? So CJ is now half a second behind Reese. He was 2 seconds behind. I tell you, CJ is showing unbelievable form and pace here in the rain. In Mexico, he really is. He's keeping Casper at bay and he's catching up to Reese. It's incredible stuff. Leo Lund once again running away with this race. I do wonder though where Leo Lund's going to come out. He's obviously going for the one stopper. So how far does he come out behind everybody? And if I was somebody like Fanfurness, I would potentially try and pit. There we go, Leo Lund is into the pit lane. I don't think anybody can be too quick. And that is Jeffy in the pit lane as well. Onto them fresh intermediate tyres. But what's the opposite to compliment? Oh, Leo Lund's gone into the back of CJ. No, into the back of Reese that was. And CJ is going to battle him hard. This is not good. This is not good for Leo Lund. He is being attacked and CJ is not going to give this up. And onto the grass he goes. And now he's got Reese in front of him, and we know these two race very hard with each other, and everybody will have all their eyes on this battle. They will be watching very carefully because Leo Lund on fresh tyres is right behind Reese, his championship rival, and this is not going to be an easy overtake for Leo Lund. Reese will make it as difficult as possible. Casper is now on the back of CJ, then Deadly, then B Right can see all of this in front of him. I mean, you could have said that, to be honest, Banana, about any of the previous champions and winners. You know what I mean? But what's the word for the opposite to compliment? For somebody saying he's too good for F7. Like, that's basically what he's saying. 2-0 City, let's go. Mamoosh. So Leo Lund, 3 tenths behind Reese Guy. Reese will try to hold on. And he is doing. This is what he needs to do. He needs to defend. Because he is going for the 2-stopper. So he wants to keep Leo behind for as long as possible. We've only had 1 DNF. So Fanfurness leads to Reese, to Leo Lund, to CJ, to Casper. And CJ has been a warrior out there today. He's been a brick wall for that Ferrari team. He has stopped the McLarens from doing anything. The McLarens will be very grateful. The Ferraris will be very grateful for what CJ's done to the opposition team today. But yeah, I've had a lot of messages lately, about the pace of certain drivers and why it's unfair and all that. And I just think it's absolutely ridiculous. I really do. But the problem is, the way I see it is, you're trying to say it's not fair because somebody's too quick. And I just don't agree with it. I really don't agree with it. Imagine going out and saying, yeah, I got told that I weren't allowed to race in F7 because I was too quick. What a thing, what a title to have for the league. Do you know what I mean? Everybody's been too quick. Everybody's been in that stage. Do you know what I mean? Oh, and there we go. And thank you for the sub. Really appreciate it, Junior. Thank you very much, mate. And the way I see it, it's like that was a sub on YouTube as well. Oh, and then he goes around the outside. Leo Lundy is going to go for it. And they do tangle. And this is where it's going to get aggressive. Leo Lund holding off. And that was just about. Oh, and Reese has gone for a massive lunge. That's what I was worried about. And Reese will have a lot to answer for with that one. And now Leo Lund will try and come back up the inside of the McLaren. Reese picks up a 3-second time penalty for his troubles. Oh, and he's gone into the back of him. What is going on? What is going on here? And that is Reese. And maybe that might be championship over for the Ferrari. What has happened here in Mexico? Wow. I'm not sure we can say that just yet. Well, yeah, Don, yeah. It was silly from both of them then. Really silly. That was ridiculous. So, Deadly on the back of Leo Lund, the Williams driver. Did he get damage as well? Oh, we can't see. So Casper is now in front of Leo. Yeah, but you can't say anything like that yet. We don't even know what happened. So I'm not even going to carry on the conversation that I was going to have before that. So can't be bothered. I go through it every week, the same conversation. So, Casper is in the podium. CJ is into P2. Incredible stuff. I mean, Reese, I wouldn't comment on that either, mate. What you did into the hairpin was also very naughty. It was just both silly. It was silly from both of you. So B Right is into the pit lane. He's going for his second stop. I never said that, did I, Reese? Stop putting words in my mouth like you usually do. I never said he justified it, did it? And it wasn't a lock up of the brakes. You knew what you were doing. You swung it from left to right to try and smash him out of the way because you didn't want him overtaking you. And you are both as bad as each other. But I'm not going to comment on individual incidents because the stewards will deal with them. And if somebody is worse than the other, then they'll be penalised accordingly. But it was silly on both parts. It wasn't more on one person. The incident might have been individually more on one person, but the whole thing was ridiculous. So that it's Casper that peels off into the pit lane. Yeah. So, the two Williams in P4 and P5. This is a brilliant Grand Prix, but they are going to have to pit. They're not going to get to the end of the race. And CJ in the Ferrari, 60% on them rears for that tyre wear. So he's going to have to stop again as well. So a lot of these drivers are going to have to go for that second stop. Oh, I've hit that wall now of tiredness. I'm struggling. I'm really struggling. Oh. I'm not sure how many more Wednesdays I've got in me to do this. So Leo Lund in the Racing Bull, second behind. Then comes Deadly, 1.6. Then we've got Ginaudi in the top 10. Wow. What's his tyres like? We can't see. Zeta in P14 and Ace Claret. Wobbly Lizard and Ace Drift are going to come out of the pit lane together. The Mercedes of Ace Drift. Potentially. CJ's into the pit lane. Jeffy might see it out, yeah. Ace Drift getting that blue flag as he moves out of the way of the Racing Bull. Oh, he moved out of the way a lot there. Fair play to him. Jeffy is tyres. I tell you what, Jeffy will get to the end of the race. He's racing for position here, Jeffy. Wow. I tell you what, Jeffy's potentially on for a podium here. That'll be good for the Red Bull. So be right now on the back of the Ferrari again, and we've seen what happened last time. There's that two picking up a 3-second time penalty. 38 seconds. So leader Fanfness is in. Fanfness is in. So Leo will take the lead of the Grand Prix. But Fanfness will be on the charge. Deadly is in. And I tell you what, Fanfness is going to come out in P2. And I tell you what, he's going to come out. Oh, I thought he came out near Leo Lund then. He's only going to come out 3.5 seconds behind Leo. Fanfness is going to be fighting for the lead of this Grand Prix. Interesting race. So Sam the Man and Jays. Keep your eyes on the tyres. 10 laps to go. Look at that in the top right. Storm coming in the next 5 to 15 minutes. It is a storm. Let's have a look at the weather. Yes, storm in 5 minutes. We are going to get heavy rain in 5 minutes time. That is B right on CJ. Yeah, Jeffy's on for a good race here, Harvey. Fanfness is catching up to Leo Lund. Is he going to go for that move? He doesn't. Thinks better of it. What about Fanfrenes? Them two Williams are flying. They are flying. And the Racing Bull trying to defend. Oh, and coming through the S's. Where has CJ found this Ferrari pace from? So, 9 laps to go. And that is Fanfrenes into the slipstream of the Racing Bull. But the straight line speed of Leo Lund is a lot better. Oops, sorry. You can't see the battery charge, but you can see how quickly Fanfrenes can get through the corners. Jay in the points mysteries, I know. In P9 as well. It's not even like a singular point, it's a few points. And into the hairpin where Reese tried an overtake on Leo Lund just a few laps ago. And that is how it's done. Fanfrenes is now your race leader once again. Brilliant stuff from the Mercedes, and Ginaudi is on the back of a giant stick here. Jeffy Boy 10 seconds clear of Casper. Can he keep the podium? Who knows? Who knows? And I'm sure Haas have only got like 2 points all season as well. Yeah, they have, look. So it is interesting. It's good. They're going to double their points tally for the season. Ben's tyres. 34% on the rears. So, can Ginaudi get through on the Racing Bull of a giant stick, who's having a good race for the Racing Bulls? All the drivers on the intermediates. 7 and a bit laps remaining here in Mexico. It's been a long race again. I got in at 6, jumped straight into comms. It's now 5 to 9. We've still got 7 laps to go. I cannot wait to get out of this chair, go and have some food. I only got home from work and jumped straight on comms. I've not eaten. I've not put my you know, shorts on or anything. Too dedicated. Feeling it now though, mate. So Ginaudi on a giant stick, the Racing Bull and the Haas. Can Ginaudi get both Haas's into the points? That'll be the first time this season after 15 rounds that both Haas's will finish in the points. He's going to go down the inside, and Ginaudi is through and into P10 here in Formula 7 Realistic, and the Racing Bull will try and switch it back, and a giant stick is going to put a dampener here in the rain on the Haas drivers, and he is back in front of Ginaudi, who will have to work hard if they want to get their first double points finish of the season here in Mexico. So down towards, the rain has got really bad, down towards turn 12. Turbo's missing, yeah. Let's go Jeffy. So CJ on the back of Casper. Leo Lund now falling quite far back off Fanfrenes with 6 laps remaining. And look at it, it's treacherous conditions out there. B-Right has set the fastest lap of the race. But as it stands, B-Right will lose 10 points to Leo Lund here. I think the gap will open up to 41, if my maths is correct, but I'm not sure. B-Right is still close to CJ, and I do wonder what Casper will do in this situation. So we can see CJ. That's what the tyres look like at the moment. We've not had a single safety car, only 2 DNFs in the pit lane. And that is an Alpine's getting out of the way. Epic OJ left halfway through the session, never came back. So he will be disqualified and given a penalty. Five laps remaining. Casper only 8 seconds behind Jeffy. Jeffy is starting to struggle a little bit. 51% on them rears. Remember, on for the one stopper here, Jeffy. So CJ 1 second behind Casper. Be right. That is deadly on the Aston Martin, the back marker. The 2 Williams in P7, P8. I do wonder if a giant stick can hold on and get a double Racing Bull points for them, or is it going to be a double Haas finish in the points? Who knows? Fanfinus has run away with this. He's been brilliant. So let's have a look. So the tyres look like. Yeah, championship performance is back. Four laps remaining. Jeffy still on for a podium in that Red Bull. This is what City need though. Just looking at it now. That means we'll be 2 points behind Arsenal. Ginaudi is going to send him ice skating through the S's. Ginaudi is in front and up to P10. Sorry guys, fucking next door neighbour's dog, that's all they do. Even at like 3 in the morning they do it. They let them out in the back garden. So Ginaudi is into the points. That was an unbelievable move, and I really, really wanted to commentate on it, and I couldn't because of them stupid dogs. I do like dogs, but not when they're barking when I'm doing commentary. CJ 7 tenths behind Casper, who's only 5.8 behind Jeffy Boy. Jeffy Boy could hold on for a podium. It is going to be very close though. 55% on them rears, 41% for Casper on the rears, so they are fresher. B Wright's done well considering he had a front wing change. He's done really well. Imagine he didn't have that front wing change, he'd be fighting with Jeffy Boy now. So it just goes to show the difference it makes. Giant Stick is now falling behind, and I tell you what, Haas have scored 2 points all season. They are going to score 3 today as it stands, and that is Casper. That is fighting with cars, wheel to wheel. Go the McLaren and the Ferrari. Is Casper going to do to cars what cars did to Casper? He's going to try and slow him down to bring his teammate into play. And Cars is coming. And Casper will try and hold on. Cars goes up the inside. The Ferrari and the McLaren. The McLaren will come back at him. What a switchback from the McLaren. That is amazing stuff. And here comes B right up the inside of Cars, the 2 McLarens. This is exactly where the Ferraris did it to the McLaren. When he, oh no, it was the Racing Bull, weren't it? I think it was. Through the S's we go. And the McLarens are trying to work together. Casper is trying to give his teammate a P4. Will it work? We're about to go on to the penultimate lap. Sorry, CJ. I get confused because I'm not used to seeing CJ in a Ferrari and racing in P5. Through the stadium section, onto the penultimate lap. Fanford is 10 seconds clear. Jeffy Boy is going to be left into the podium places. The McLarens have made a decision to focus on to focus on CJ. And here comes CJ on the outside of Casper, and maybe they might lose the position to the Ferrari instead. Can Casper respond? He's going to have the slipstream on that Scuderia coming out of turn 3. Back onto the throttle, but no, the Ferrari is so quick out of the corner, and Casper is going to give up the position. That is it, but giving up the position is giving Ferrari an extra position as well. But every point counts in the position that B Wright is in. I know, Harry. That's what I was thinking. So we are going to go on to the final lap of this race. B Wright needs to pull something special off here if he wants to get this overtake on CJ. It would be massive if he did. It would be huge if he was able to get the overtake. So Fanford is 10 seconds clear. Can CJ hold on as we go on to the final lap of the Mexico Grand Prix? It's been a cracker. One for the record books. B Wright half a second behind, coming out of the stadium section. The Ferrari will do everything to hold on. B Wright will absolutely empty the tank as we head down towards turn 1 into the slipstream. But I tell you what, CJ's got more battery and he is going to pull away. He is going to pull away. CJ is going to keep P4 as it stands. What a Grand Prix for CJ. What a way to announce yourself back. And the 2 Haas drivers on for a double points finish, the same as the 2 Williams. Deadly is also catching up to Casper. Who knows? Are Casper's tyres falling off? B Wright has lost it. He's not going to catch up to CJ from here. But Fanford in the Mercedes is coming into the stadium section in the pouring down rain here in Mexico City. The fireworks erupt. And Mexico has a new race winner. The reigning, defending world champion Fanford comes through to win here in Mexico. Leo London, the Racing Bull, the championship leader, is going to come through to extend his gap on top and take P2. Jeffy Boy in the Red Bull is going to come through, and Jeffy Boy is going to take a podium here in Mexico. Jeffy Boy in the Red Bull. CJ comes through to take P4, then B Wright, then Casper, and then Deadly, Sam the Man, both Williams in the points. And then the big talking point, the big talking point, Jays and Ginaudi take it all in, taking the fireworks, because you guys deserve it. Jays and Ginaudi get a double Haas points finish here in Formula 7 Realistic. What a race for them two, and their team principal should be very proud of that one. What a brilliant Grand Prix. I am knackered. Absolutely shattered. No salute. I'm going to jump straight off, mate. I'm absolutely knackered, mate. I've missed half the City game. I've been up since 4 AM. I've been doing comms for 3 hours. I need to get off. Oh. Yeah, thank you, Sam. I appreciate that, mate. They have it on the top step. Oh, I need to get... Oh, that would be nice to get a picture of. But I won't let me take that off. Oh, the keyboard's got no battery. I don't know. Thank you, Harvey. I'm going to have a look at the driver of the day now. So let's go through it. So Fanfinus wins here in Mexico City. Leo Lund takes P2 and Jeffy Boy in P3. Then comes CJ in P4, B Right in P5, Casper in P6, Deadly in P7, Sam the Man in P8, and Jay's in P9. Ginaudi takes P10. Both Haas drivers. Both Haas drivers could be driver of the day today. Both Williams drivers could be driver of the day today. But I'm going to give it to Jeffy. I think he drove a brilliant race. He's not had a podium, I don't think, this season. Absolutely well deserved. So, yeah, brilliant drive from all involved. Really good race. Thank you all so much for tuning in, guys. It's been an absolute blast. Who was the Red Bull that... Oh, it was Yaya, wasn't it? But yeah, guys, I am off. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for staying with me as well. I really appreciate you all staying with me. You know, you don't have to, and you do. You stay here, and you know, 30 odd people most of the race just sticking with me and watching the race. So I do appreciate it, guys. I will see you all on Friday for Assetto Corsa. We'll be back for Assetto Corsa on Friday, and then we'll be back on Sunday for all of our tier races, tier 1, 2, 3 and 4. Have a great week, everybody. I just want to say as well, it is Mental Health Awareness Week. If you are struggling with mental health, I genuinely mean this, message me. Send me a message, inbox me, and when I've got time I will get back to you. But don't just think I'll get through it, I'll be okay, you know, I'll just deal with it myself. Reach out and speak to somebody, honestly, because it will make you feel better. And if you want to discuss something in private, just put ! mental health in the Discord chat, and it'll be directed to a private chat. But yeah, take care everybody, have a great week, and I will see you on the next one.